Sleep good tonight. This is going to be your last night of good sleep in Jamaica. This is it. Get your sleep tonight. Tomorrow, it's get ready for war because it's going to be really bad. The core, the center of that island and the western portions of that island is going to be devastated. It's going to be worse than anything anybody's ever seen in Jamaica. What you look for on the hurricane hunters is see all these yellow barbs. Those are all hurricane force winds inside this circle right here. And last night there was a gap right there and right there of lesser. You don't see that tonight. Yeah, lesser winds, and you don't see that tonight. So there was an indication that maybe it was trying last night, and it didn't. And we're not seeing that tonight at all. It's solid yellow.
Off to the C-130s and the Hurricane and the NOAA P3s, they've gotten their ass kicked today. Good job.
Yeah. So explain what happened to them today.
There was some turbulence in the southwestern eyewall, not the northeast, that they had to abort the mission. They had to leave.
Here is the current position of Hurricane Melissa. The eye probably won't even come on shore till like 11 or 12. So I'm thinking we might not even.
We've said that all day.
We might not even need to start the coverage till 10, 11 a.m. maybe when the Corps starts arriving.
I think what we're going to hear as people call in, especially where this eye comes across, is going to be hellish.
I mean, it's in the warmest waters right now that it's going to see, according to the map at Hurricane City. These are 85 plus degree water temperatures that it's moving into right now. And I still think this thing could strengthen a little bit, even though it's kind of leveled off. If it doesn't go through an eye wall replacement cycle, we might see the Hurricane Warning Show. I'm Jim Williams, and I'm along with Bill Phillips. Most importantly, here is the 11 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Extremely dangerous Category 5 Melissa about to make landfall in Jamaica. Catastrophic winds, flash flooding, and storm surge are occurring on the island at 11 a.m. The position is 40 miles southeast of Negril, Jamaica. Maximum sustained winds 185 miles per hour. Present movement north-northeast at 9, so it's picked up its forward speed. Minimum central pressure 892 millibars. That's 26.34 inches. And there it is, our current position of this perfectly rounded hurricane. It's in the top 5 most intense hurricanes to ever hit land, going back in history in the Atlantic Basin. At 892
Jim, I'm not sure you could open a textbook and ask for a better photograph than that.
Right. It's absolutely gorgeous. Terrifying, yes, if you're in there. It's, like I said on the show last night, it is like a noise of the wind. It's going to be relentless and battering. It's going to be ripping roofs off houses. Storm surge on the beach with tall waves because they don't have shallow water. It's deep water offshore there on the south coast. So they're going to be.
With this storm moving at 9 to 10 miles an hour and that path being, that hurricane force wind swath being roughly 25 to 30 miles on either side, prepare for 3 hours of hell if you're in that core, because that's about what it's going to take to get past you.
And it's coming in right here. So let's just go 25 miles out. 30 miles. I mean, it's not even going to get over to Old Harbor. It's going to be well short of Kingston. That's the swath of winds from Savannah, Lamar to the west to the Milk River area on the east. Unfortunately, this is the best radar we're going to be able to show you, and it's from Cuba, the Pelon radar. And you can see the core is moving that yellow circle. In the center is the core of the hurricane. See how tiny that is? And that is where all that destructive winds, like tornado. It's going to be basically a tornado moving through. So in Savannah, Lamar, we're seeing a north-north winds at 40 right now. That's pretty impressive, considering you're not in the donut. Closest to where the hurricane is making landfall right now is Top Hill Weather Station in Longville Park in Clarendon. And we've got 49, gusting to 49 out of the south. Pressure 2939. Yeah, I mean, the only other observation is over in to the west of the core right now, and that's Savannah Lamar. We already read that, but this is a different set of weather instruments. Let me see what they're reporting. Pressure 29.08. Winds out of the northwest at 50, or northerly winds at 50. This is from an observer reporting on the Volunteer Weather Observer Network. Alligator Pond, Manchester, Jamaica, coastal storm surge flooding video. Wow.
Hello.
I don't think that has any sound. No sound.
Sorry, I just run it.
Because I love doing this kind of thing. You're going to join me here, and the hurricane force winds extend outward about 25 miles or so. So this is about the radius at which the hurricane force winds are right about now.
Here's an incredible shot of the visible, and you notice those, looks like mesovortices inside the eye wall.
If you're able to get that feed from J and N, occasionally that might be something we can look at.
Okay. Eye is beginning to move on shore.
Includes flooding and/or storm damage or surge damage. This is N2 PRD for the Hurricane Launch Net, over.
Okay, we got roofs flying in Black River. Let's check this video out.
Cousin ka fly. You set up late thing in one.
And does he have traffic for the net
Play.
that he indicates?
Jesus Christ. The oil machine can blow from a town, no. Amazing.
Looks like pretty well solid built homes on the, I mean, look at these houses. They're pretty well built right on the ocean there.
Past, we don't really know these things, although the 892 and the 1935 hurricane in the Keys was actually measured in the Keys. That was a landfall measurement on the ground, kind of measurement by a captain, sea captain there, and northeast at 9. It is slowly accelerating, and it will continue to do that. Looking close up, the question is, when is it going to make landfall? Well, it makes landfall when the whole disk gets over the island, but I want you to look at the eye, and doesn't it look like the eye is shrinking just right now, just as it's getting near the coast? Now, sometimes that happens, and the reason is that the wind comes around like this, and then it hits the land, and it gets deflected in because of the friction of the land. That may be what's going on there. Sometimes we get intensification right at the coastline. We also see, though, that we're finally getting some disruption from the land. Look at the core of it here. Look at this. See how it's kind of fragmenting some? That's some disruption from the higher elevations as the air passes over that, comes downhill, drier air into the center. So hopefully this will start to weaken pretty soon. But it's not going to weaken really quickly. And here we have the visible picture. We're just looking down just as if we were looking from space down into the eye. You can see swirling around there. There are little vortices in the eye swirling around.
Somebody's claiming that the medical facilities hospital in Black River has been destroyed, but I can't confirm that.
Given where Black River is, it's a possibility. But I'm not going to run to that until we get confirmation.
All right, I got another video from Black River. Let's play it. Well, that's definite destruction there. That's like a 30-second video. A 10-second video, rather. Yeah, there's storm surge coming in there.
Black. Yes, sir. So,
No, that's straight storm surge.
Yeah.
No question. If you could let me know if you hear anything about the Black River Medical Center. We're getting unconfirmed reports that it's been destroyed.
Okay, I'm already out in front of you on that. The VoIP just reported that Superintendent Coleridge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Division, has confirmed that the road leading to the Black River Hospital is now blocked. Okay, never mind.
We do have landfall.
Okay.
Jared just said, you guys can confirm that? I assume we have landfall, according to Jared Maloney behind the camera right now, who just shouted that out. By the way, our team is inside of a very
10 at 1 p.m. makes landfall. I'll go ahead and read it, Bill. All right, Melissa makes landfall. It's official. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Category 5, Melissa makes landfall in Jamaica, one of the most powerful hurricane landfalls on record in the Atlantic Basin. Melissa has made landfall in southwestern Jamaica near New Hope with estimated maximum sustained winds of 185 miles per hour and an estimated minimum central pressure of 892 millibars.
Wow.
This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not leave your shelter as the eye passes over. As winds will quickly and rapidly increase on the other side of the eye, residents should remain in place through the passage of these life-threatening conditions. To protect yourself from wind, the best thing you can do is put yourself and as many walls as possible between you and the outside. An interior
Not
room.
that anybody's going to hear this, but grab a mattress.
Yeah.
For educational purposes, grab a mattress and something like this. Go ahead, Jim.
An interior room without windows, ideally one where you can avoid falling trees, is the safest place where you can be in a building. You can cover yourself with a mattress, wear a helmet for added protection. Again, that position is 25 miles southeast of Negril, Jamaica. There it is. New Hope. Looks like well-built concrete homes. Wow, really nice homes over here. Look like mansions. I mean, some of these look like some really big layouts. Now, look at that lower picture in the lower right-hand corner. That's Flatbridge, Jamaica. That's west of Kingston. It's completely underwater, that bridge.
Which,
As the bridge
can do that.
The bridge runs across like that. And it's gone. I mean, it's not gone, but it's underwater. Well, maybe it is gone. Damage and flooding caused by Hurricane Melissa on the River Noir region.
Black River.
Ugh. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's real bad. Oh, here's the new radar at 12:40. Wait a minute, 12:50, 1 p.m. There we go. The radar's currently updating, finally. Let's see, 12, 4:50, 1 o'clock, 1:10. The last image is from 1:10 p.m. That's 10 minutes old. I've got the gate reporter out here where the hospital is. Let me go. The symmetry of this thing is incredible. It's perfectly round. You just don't see this very often with hurricanes.
And there's been none, zilch, in the way of eye wall replacements.
we have a medical facility in Black River, Jamaica has suffered significant damage as Hurricane Melissa's powerful winds tear through the area. So let's watch the video. Roof damage. You hear that roar, the wind like that? Listen carefully.
Jim, play that again. That suction noise is right at the beginning of that video.
Okay, more video of Clarendon flooding.
See it there? Straight down Esco that guy, yeah. Yeah, that guy straight down Esco. Well, just tsunami road like this, could it? Think I nothing now about this. And it just a come. Just a come today. Rogo. It has swept. Hey, girl, Melissa, make your man, sir.
He's having a little fun with it.
And that would be right here. That was for that, where that video was from, right there. And this is from St. Anne, Jamaica. House completely submerged. That's,
Sorry for them.
yeah, that's up to the roof line.
Yeah, that house is gone.
I mean, that's really high water there. Black River Hospital flooded. Relayed by VE1SME from 14.325, Hurricane Watch Net. Black River, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, structural damage.
Oh, wow.
I think we saw this one earlier.
Somebody come in. Let me get in. Which one, bro, Marley? I see them video call already. Okay. They call him, they call all the whole of them. I call him already and they showed him. Oh, alright. Look at what I'm going to chicken pen. Look at what I'm going to chicken pen.
All right, let's go to channel 10, WPLG. At least he's given the updated position. So,
One of those towns, Black River, Jamaica, if there was one place on the map that looks like it got the worst of it, it's this town here with a population of more than 4,000. Hopefully they got everyone out of there. It's in St. Elizabeth Parish, which has taken the hardest hit from this storm. It's right there at the mouth of the Black River. It's the longest river that runs through Jamaica. Irma here in Florida in 2017, that also became a very powerful hurricane at one point. And the hurricane force winds extended 80 miles out from the center.
yeah, big
This
difference.
one is less than half, 30 miles out from the center. So at least that is helping, but those communities that get in the eye wall, that's going to be rough, and that's going to be Montego Bay here over the next few hours, especially as that wind switches from the north. A lot of this time it's been coming in from the east off the land, but an onshore wind is going to be much stronger. But still watching Jamaica.
See, that's a good satellite picture right there.
And storm
That's beautiful.
surge expert Michael Lowry, we've been watching some of the wobbles in this storm to see just how close it's going to get to Montego Bay. Thankfully, the wind's coming down now that it made landfall, but this is still a Cat 5 we're talking about.
Yeah, the strongest hurricane to make landfall, tied for the strongest hurricane to make landfall anywhere in the Atlantic. I mean, that's incredible, Brandon. When you go back in the record books and look at the other hurricanes on that list that tie Melissa for the strongest landfalls, Dorian in 2019, you remember what that did to the Bahamas. And then the great 1935 Labor Day hurricane that struck the Keys. And, you know, in both of those cases, and in most cases, when hurricanes get to this sort of intensity, they're small, as Brandon was showing you. The strongest winds extend out only about 5 miles on either side of where the center is. So the catastrophic impacts is going to be pretty narrow corridor, about 15 miles probably centered on the hurricane in terms of where
Yeah, it's really tiny.
areas get those 185 mile per hour winds. Top 5 strongest hurricanes anywhere across the Atlantic. This is number 3. This is tied for number 3 with the 1935 Labor Day hurricane. A few reasons why they zigzag is we have convection, very, very strong thunderstorms on either side that's pulling the hurricane in one direction or the other. As these updrafts reach up into the lower stratosphere, it sort of acts like an unbalanced top. And then there are frictional things that happen as it interacts with land. So notice that little zag to the left, and we get a northern movement right now, but we could see it zag to the right, we could see it zag to the left. That's going to matter a whole heck of a lot for Montego Bay.
Watch closely here and watch the amount of kind of black in there showing the disruption in the winds. It just is not that perfectly oiled machine that it was. A little wider view here, you see where it is now. It's already almost halfway across the island. So this is going to move quickly here. So this is the worst part of the storm, right in there. And then on over here, the winds are all coming onshore.
10 millibars. But still, I mean, to even be in that conversation is an achievement.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike Wilma was gigantic. So it's basically twice the size of the wind field of this one. Like when Wilma hit 882, the hurricane force winds extended out 45 miles to the northeast.
Wow.
So it's quite a bit of difference. However, on the west side, it was only 20 miles to the west, 45 miles to the northwest. It went 45 miles northwest and 45 miles northeast, which is like, this one's like 25, 30. So it's almost double the size. Wilma was like double the size. Catastrophic flooding in the mountains of Jamaica. This is in Santa Cruz. Wow. That's
bad.
That's violent river flow there, or whatever is happening. That's where that video is from, right there. Next video, Great Bay, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, damage and flooding. Yeah, coastal damage. Is that a dog running around? Let me see.
Yes.
Yep, 2 dogs. That's that roar you were talking about.
Hear that whistling?
Yeah.
Honey.
Thanks, guys.
The line right now, we don't want to lose him. We have the Member of Parliament for South West St. Elizabeth, who is also the Minister of Agriculture, Floyd Green, and we're just going to invite him into the conversation. Good afternoon, Floyd Green. Let's just say our hearts are with you from us here at CVM. We know there is some serious difficulties in your constituency, the areas of Treasure Beach,
yes.
Black River. We saw some stuff happening with the JPS office out there. We'll bring some of those images to you right now. Let's try to bring up something that we saw earlier on at the JPS office in Black River. St. Elizabeth.
Serious devastation we saw in that clip that was shared with the newsroom earlier, Giovanni. It was something to witness, really, in terms of just as a viewer, seeing the clip, the type of destruction that would have happened.
That video is absolutely, I've never seen a scary movie that frightened me as much as that. I've heard some of the winds that I've been here in Kingston. Actually, we're seeing some images right now, and that's on Treasure Beach that was earlier today. What you're looking at right now, viewers, if you have not seen this before, because we have been sharing some of these images on social media, it's actually worse. I do believe that St. Elizabeth, that's an area of Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth, I believe. Let's go now to Floyd Green. These areas that we're showing right now on screen, these are various images from different parts of St. Elizabeth, some of them directly in your constituency. You would have more ears on the ground. You know what's happening from your people there. What's the very latest in terms of what you're getting from your constituency?
The town of Black River, the capital, Black River is our parish capital, and a number of our historic buildings seem to have suffered from Hurricane Melissa. Clearly, my main concern now is that the rains and winds continue. We are not out of the woods yet. We have a number of communities that have seen rising water levels. I've gotten a number of reports in relation to communities being virtually cut off because the water has risen so high.
This is a good feed. Where are you getting this from?
So
That is
we haven't
CBM.
gotten any reports
Off of my
of
TV
injuries
out down in
or
Jamaica.
deaths so
All right.
far. Clearly, we are monitoring that. I know
Pelican Bar, the world famous Pelican Bar. That's the general
Yes.
area where Pelican Bar is, and we saw some images coming out of St. Elizabeth yesterday showing the storm surges affecting Pelican Bar out there. We don't know what's happening with it right now, so we won't speculate on that. But that's the general area.
For example, I can tell you that in Great Bay, all of the shops that operated by the sea, we had a couple of bars, a couple of restaurants. All of those have been totally destroyed.
But this is not good, and there's more to come. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah. Luckily it's a small wind field, so the destruction is going to be over a very small path across western central Jamaica. Of course, it's early, it's preliminary. Remember when Andrew hit, and Brian Norcross was talking about this, how everybody thought they escaped catastrophic, and then once they got out there and really looked at the damage, it was like, oh my God. So I have a feeling that's what we're going to see when they.
Yeah, and this is not over.
Yeah.
I mean, we went in at 892 and come out at 953.
Comments. This is from Mandeville, Manchester, Jamaica. Right now, the flooding looks catastrophic. Wow.
That is catastrophic.
And then, you don't even know where this is. This might not even be on the beach. This might be inland a little bit.
That is bad. Where's our trusty map at?
Mandeville, Manchester. That was from right here. That video you just saw. Remember, our hurricane came in like this. And I think it went back towards Montego a little bit, and now it's over here somewhere. Good, so.
Oh, I meant to bring this up. One of the news things that they had that I was listening to after our broadcast ended this afternoon, 77% of the island is without power right now.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and this is from Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland, Jamaica Hospital had the roof blown off. Let's take a look at this. Up there it goes. That's in Savannah Lamar. In the this area here in Westmoreland, right over here. That's where that video came from. And again, the hurricane came up like this and then kind of went north and went like this. Okay, and this video captured by D. Anthony shows damage inside the Black River Hospital as the eye wall of Category 5 Melissa passes over St. Elizabeth Parish.
And Black River got its ass kicked. That's going to be a bad area. Oh, no. Is that a cat?
It sounded like a cat, didn't it? Wow. Some cat comes running in with a big piece of shrapnel that's stuck in it. Yeah, that was a good gust of wind there earlier. And that's where that was ground zero. That's right there where that. Yep. Let's see. Popular establishment Jake's Hotel has suffered extensive damage due to the passage of Hurricane Melissa. By our news crews center has shown at least one part of the hotel completely destroyed.
Yo, perform. Yo, look for the seat. Yo. Pass over the seat. Watch it. And then pull in, brother. Pass over.
Okay, this is from the Jamaican Observer. Videos from Black River Hospital damage. Spalding, Clarendon, trees down, Manchester, Jamaica, West Green, Montego Bay, Jamaica, wind damage, Belfield, St. Mary's flooding, Cooley's Lane, St. Catherine, trees down, flooding in Goshen, St. Elizabeth, Ocho Rios has wind damage, St. Anne wind damage. This is from 6:20 p.m. Rio Palace Hotel in Montego Bay, significant flooding, trees down. Let's take a look.
Put your phones in hands.
Yeah.
When is it supposed to end? Within the next, later on this evening, going into early morning. Yeah, the wind don't look as bad now as it did. It's still obviously really crazy, but if you'd been here an hour ago, crazy wind.
Yeah, windows blown out.
Yeah, this is bad.
A section of roof at Edwin Allen High School in Clarendon, Jamaica has started to lift amid the strong winds. Oh no, it's a big one. Yeah, there's the roof torn off. Showing of her video right there in the center. Montego Bay, Jamaica, wind measured, sustained 184, gust of 219 out of the north. I don't know. I don't buy that.
I'm not buying that.
Those are comments relayed from a ham radio operator on 14283 Montego Bay, time unknown, but reported as when the storm passed Montego Bay. Antenna tower down and off the air. I wonder if that, it says measured.
Destroyed roofs taken off of buildings. The local police station serving as a shelter as folks try to hide from the rainfall still remaining from the storm.
Here's a video of Treasure Beach. Not sure if, now let's take a look at it. Wow.
This is that video they had on Fox earlier when I was trying to play it for pros. Now that's fine.
Yeah.
Look there, people. See cars going, people. The guy goes. Look there, people. I told you, it's going, people. The whole community is going to go, people. Look
I'm worried about the dogs falling in the water.
Top of the light, people, and share the light, people. See, that's a car. It's leaving, more people. See that, people? See what's happening on the car. So, people, there's an opening now. There's an entrance for the community.
wow, look at the eye now. That's like a red fire eye. If you can describe.
Like a boxer feeling like he got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Well, wait till he gets Cuba, knockout punch.
Now I wonder how many birds are in there and how much debris is floating around in there. 252 miles per hour right there. 895 millibars. There's several gusts. I mean, look, you got 227, 241. Incredible. Yep, that was this one right here. That was when it was south, just south of there.
There's going to be a lot of blue tarps on roofs in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yep, no doubt about it. So.
And, the contractors will be busy.
Yep.